What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another reading. So, let's do some Palo Santo Titi. Because I got this gift, the Palo Santo, and I think it's only fair that I use it instead of letting it go to waste. Because I'm like very much natural, like use the natural resources in your environment and shit like that. So that might be something relevant to your guys' reading today. Maybe you guys like natural things that are from your environment. I'm also like possibly you just need something more from your natural environment. So maybe you eat like a whole bunch of different foods that are all imported, and that's like your main source of diet. So you might end up like getting like allergies and shit like that because your body hasn't attributed or whatever adjusted to the natural environment properly around you because you've been eating maybe you've been eating like things from overseas for a long time, you know. That's what I'm getting with this collective. So yeah, that's an interesting random thing that I didn't expect to come up in the reading, but yeah. We got a feather here, the black one representing transformation. Okay, so that's also something that we can tie into it. You know, you're needing to transform and evolve your system to be more in one if you haven't already. So those of you who are more natural, are more in tune with the natural order, the natural way, how I was saying at the start, like how you more like things to be natural and stuff like that, you guys will probably naturally gravitate towards things that are from here anyway, or from wherever you are, like the land that you are. So yeah. So funny how I was talking about nature too, because look at this. I literally decided to bring this flower next to me while I was doing the reading, and then I was like, oh, maybe I'll show it on the video, and then I was like, I don't know, you know. But that's the little flower that I'm growing right now. It's what is it, everlasting daisy or paper daisy? I swear I just saw a rainbow in the sky, and then I looked up and there was not a rainbow. So we got a paper daisy, which I love these flowers because they are supposedly everlasting. You know, they don't actually wilt or mold necessarily. So they're really good for like preserving and stuff like that. So you can preserve that flower. That just makes me think I really want to preserve some flowers. So maybe you guys are into preserving flowers or preserving things and stuff as well, you know, because yeah, that's an interesting thought that just came to my mind. You guys probably are into preserving things, or something about you guys preserving something in general. So you're really trying to preserve what you've built. You're trying to preserve the good things and stuff. So that could also sometimes lead to not being able to let go and just constantly trying to preserve everything. So then when it's time for something to be let go, for it to transform, like I was saying with the feather, then you guys are really trying to preserve it. And so in order for you to become okay with transformation, it's about being okay with letting go and allowing something to transform instead of constantly trying to preserve it. So that's something that you guys might really need to, as this collective, delve into, that form of shadow work where you're learning how to let go of things so that you can actually fully transform with ease rather than in resistance and now you're feeling like all types of different ways about the situation because you allowed it to emotionally scar you by your ability to postpone what was natural and what was inevitable, you know? So definitely important to delve into that this for this collective. Also, I was meant to say this at the start of the video, but take what resonates and leave what doesn't. All right. Do not make it fit if it's not right. All right. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to readings, you are your own spiritual guru always, and so you're the one who's supposed to decipher what's factual and what's real versus what is like not necessarily for you. It might be for someone else. Right. So when it comes to that, this collective as well, you guys might be like me. You know, a lot of people that are watching me right now, you guys might be readers, you guys might be into this kind of stuff with maybe it's not reading, maybe it's astrology or something along those lines, and you might not even do any of these things. You might just be naturally good at reading people in general. So yeah, you guys might be thrown off lately. And some of you, I'm getting in this collective, might even feel almost like this imposter syndrome, which is making sense because I can feel like pretty much, I feel those thoughts and those waves come every now and then, especially recently. It's been specific times. So that makes a lot of sense with me. It must be something in the transits that maybe is testing our ability to be able to be consistent. So you guys are going through that too. If you're experiencing that imposter syndrome, because it's almost like your spirit testing your physical and trying to see like can you stay true to what you've created, can you stay true to this mind, or not even necessarily testing, because at the end of the day the spirit is so wise that it knows beyond these things, right? It's really about convincing your own physical mind, convincing your brain, and convincing your mind to realize what the truth actually is, which is what the spirit is talking about from the beginning. So yeah. Also, I just started looking at my eyes, my baggy eyes, because I was researching before about baggy eyes. So some of you guys in this collective might, if you guys tend to have baggy eyes a lot, I've heard, or when I was just researching, it was talking about baggy eyes being related to the kidneys, worry, anxiety. Also, baggy eyes can be related to like blocked creativity sometimes, or imbalanced, like non-harmonious relationships with children. Those are things that came up. Like obviously, some of them might not necessarily be true, but it'll be interesting if anybody in this resonates, because you'll probably resonate with at least one of those things. For me, it was worrying, maybe blocked creativity. I'm still on the fence about that. I was thinking yes, then no. But yeah, I have noticed a lot of resistance when it comes to my creativity lately. And I've also been noticing myself having like more prominent baggy eyes. And also just you overall being drained because you're overworked is possibly a sign to it, which definitely resonates with me. So yeah, maybe you guys have been overworking yourself. You're needing to take that moment to rest and recuperate and slow down. Because you're needing to release and let go of a lot of stuff that you're holding on to. Again, back to that preservation, right? Because you guys hold on to a lot. You may even be someone who like holds a lot of water, holds a lot of weight, physically or like esoterically speaking. You know what I mean? Your name holds weight, but in some way, shape, or form, there's weight there. You know, because you tend to hold on to things. You tend to accumulate. You know what I mean? So you're naturally bending in that energy from your mental to your physical, and then accumulating more things. Whether it might even be like other things beyond weight and things like that. It might just be other physical things that express themselves. So you might have a lot, but what I'm getting with this collective, some of you guys might not necessarily be fulfilled no matter how much you have. And you're probably coming to that realization now if you haven't already. And so, yeah. Some of you guys, you might have just started out on your spiritual journey. Too. You just started out. I just got the image of 444 in my head as well. It's funny because I've been seeing that constantly, and then I watched a video last night and I saw 444 twice. Like two separate videos. I was like, this is weird. And then like other times I'll get like where I'll see a repeating number and then I'll usually work it out. And quite a few times it's been 4 and I'm just like, bitch, the 4s be everywhere. So I had a thought before and I'm trying to find it again. Because you know me, I mean, maybe you guys don't know me. I can't say that. I can't really be saying that to people online like that. So, that's right. You guys might be starting out on your spiritual journey or on your reading journey or whatever it is. Whatever kind of journey you're on that involves something similar to what I'm doing in order for you to even be drawn to this video in the first place. You know, it could be a myriad of things. But, you know, people tend to put that under the blanket term of spirituality. You use it probably as well. Some people who like tend to intellectualize shit a lot. And so sometimes you struggle to tap into your emotions and your intuition. So these are stuff like, I'm thinking to myself, why am I bringing all this up? This is so weird because it's like, what is that actually telling me? But for those of you who are actually drawn to this video, these are stuff you can actually work on, all right? So these are actually beneficial things that can help you to like evolve and grow. Lessons that you can overcome. Because I'm seeing, especially those of you who just started off, or even others of you, you guys are on that path where you're ready to tackle obstacles, you're ready to tackle issues that you've been facing in life and stuff. I'm just looking at this flower. I'm trying to think when I'm going to re-put it, how I'm going to re-put it. So, for you guys as well, paying attention a lot to the hows. Like, how is this going to happen? How am I going to get this done? Which makes sense, because that's a lot of what I'm saying, you know. I'm telling you the certain things right now in this reading, like how this is what you can work on, this is how type energy. So yeah, for you guys, it's really just about doing the how at this point, rather than postponing. Some of you guys might be like, I'm not sure where to start on whatever you're trying to do, but you just do it. You just do it. Just start. Like, it's not about perfecting it, making sure that when you start, you do it the right way. When you're starting something out, there is no right way. The right way is to make a mistake so that you learn, oh, okay, that's not what I should do next time. And that is the only right way. Anything else, you're overthinking it, you're going too deep into it, you're stressing about it, and it's just not helping. So that's this collective too. 1404 on the freaking timer. Oh my gosh. Bruh. Another 4. And what does that equal together? We've got 5, so the 504, and then 9. So that's the number of like technically that's the number of completion. People say 10 is the number of completion. 9 is technically the number of completion because it's the completion of that cycle before things become compound or double digits, as people call them. So it's about completion. It's about having wisdom of the whole entire experience, about like the most expanded, so you're able to see the most broad perspective of something and see things from a greater awareness rather than that limited awareness of the three, which is still that awareness. It's a greater awareness in its own right, but which is where you guys are more at, closer to the three or the six. Some of you, some of you guys are closer to the three or the six, and then others of you are more at the nine. But either way, in some way, shape, or form, you're embodying more of that three type energy. All right, so you're able to set the tone, set the environment, all types of stuff in relation to that. So it's a real interesting reading today, actually. So yeah, when it comes to this collective, the main message is that, like, first of all of those numbers are equilibrium numbers. Those are androgynous numbers, so they have a perfect balance of masculine and feminine. All right. So, taking it, you guys are on that energy where you're taking that center path. You're which is really your path. It's just who you are. You're choosing more of the balance side, but you're still struggling with that preservation, which is more on the like feminine side, because you're trying to preserve and hold, right? So that's a small imbalance that you guys have there. That has a big impact in your life. So it's about recorrecting and kind of bringing that more to equilibrium during this time for you guys. Obviously, times are due to change. You know, things change, things evolve. So it just depends on what you're gonna do and how you're gonna go about it. You know. So yeah, I'll see you guys for the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed this freaking reading, and also don't be afraid to. I'll have to put my email in my description. Actually, I was gonna say you can email me if you want a reading, or you can even go to my website. I have $55 reading. Actually, I need to change that. Don't even worry too much about that. But yeah, you can message me and ask me in my email if you'd like a reading, or you can check out my TikTok actually if you want to see like more short form readings or more short form videos. And that's probably it. I'll probably have some other stuff that I was thinking of saying, but it's not that deep. So I will see you guys for the next video. My star is out. Peace.